Hey guys, so I am not going to be in class today because I'm at home with my daughter who's sick. So I made this video for the notes for you guys to watch it and to fill out the note packet. So this is the same note packet that we've been working on. We talked about scientific notation. So we are going to take a look at polynomials. So first of all, you might be thinking, what the heck is a polynomial? Well, a polynomial is many monomials. So when you think about a monomial could be 2, it could be x, it could be 5x, it could be 3x squared. All of these are examples of monomials. Mono means one, so you're just talking about one term. So when we say polynomials, poly means many, so we're going to have more than one term. So what we're going to do for problem 1a is we are going to use the distributive property to multiply them together. So you are going to take 2 times 3x, which becomes 6x, and 2 times 5, which is plus 10. That is it. There's nothing else to do. The 6x and the 10 are not like terms, so you are not going to put them together. That problem's done. All right, looking at part B, same idea. We're going to do the distributive property. So we're going to multiply 2x times x. So that becomes 2x squared. And then 2x times 5 becomes 10x. That is it. You cannot put those two together because the x and the x squared are different terms. Okay, so that was using the distributive property. So taking a look at part C, we have a parenthesis times a parenthesis, and there's a couple ways to go about that. So first, I'm going to show you what we call the generic rectangle, which you may remember from years past. I'm going to put my first parenthesis on the side, and my second parenthesis I'm going to put below, and then we are multiplying to get the inside pieces. So to find this top piece here, we are going to multiply x with 2x. Well, x and 2x make 2x squared. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at 3 times 2x, and that gives us 6x, because 3 times 2 is 6, and then the x gets pulled in. Looking at x times 1, we're going to have 1x, or just x. And then the last part is going to be 3 times 1, which is 3. A common mistake is that people say, oh, that's 4, because they want to add the positive 3 and the positive 1 together, but you're just multiplying them. So at this point, you are going to combine like terms. So you have your 2x squared, which is by itself. We're going to add our 6x and x together to get 7x. And then we have plus 3. And that is going to be our product because we're multiplying those two pieces together. Now, there is another way to do this. It's called FOIL, and I'll show you that as well. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. Actually, let's do it this way. So FOIL, so that's first, outer, inner, and last. So when we do FOIL, you are looking at the first two pieces together. So we're going to take, let me change colors here. We're going to do x times 2x, which is 2x squared. So that's the first two pieces. O stands for outer, so we're going to take x times 1, which is 1x, or x. The inner are the two inside pieces, so that's 3 times 2x, which is 6x. And then L stands for last, which is multiplying the last two pieces together, which is 3 times 1, which is 3. So notice that what we got here is the same thing that we got in the generic rectangle. And now we can combine like terms, and you will get exactly the same thing that we got with the generic rectangle. So you could do either way, whatever way is best for you, works for me. I will say that this kind of only works if you have it set up like problem C, where each parenthesis has two pieces. So like for problem E, I would not use that because you're going to miss a piece because it's not just those 4 pieces. But it's an option that you could do for letter D if you wanted to. So for letter D, a common mistake for this problem is that people always say, oh, it's x squared plus 16. You don't realize how many times we get that. It is not. You are missing that middle piece. So what you want to think about is that we have x plus 4 times itself. That's what that squared represents. So we are going to multiply. You could either do the FOIL method or you could do the rectangle. I'm going to do the rectangle, but it's up to you. We're going to multiply to get the inside pieces. And then we're going to combine like terms. So we have x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay. For letter E, like I said in the previous problem, letter C there, this one I would definitely do the rectangle because there are too many pieces to keep track of. So I'm going to put my 2x plus 5 on the outside on the left and my x plus y plus 2 on the bottom. We're going to go through and we're going to fill out each piece. So 2x and x make 2x squared. So I took this times this. Sticking with that top part, we're going to do 2x times y, which is 2xy. And then 2x times 2, which is 4x. So we filled out the top. Now we're going to look at the bottom. We're going to take 5 times x, which is 5x. 5 times our y, which is just 5y. And then 5 times our 2. And again, it's multiply. Do not let those plus signs mess you up and think it's adding. We're going to have our 10. So now that we filled it out, we want to look to see, are there any like terms? We do have a 5x and a 4x. So we're going to put those two pieces together. So we have 2x squared. I'm just going to go across here, plus 2xy. 4x and 5x make 9x, plus 5y plus 10. So yes, this answer has all of these parts. So you're multiplying them together, combining like terms, and then going from there. All right, and then the last one, problem F. Since there is a piece that's out front and there's only one parenthesis, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to distribute. So we're going to take x squared times 4x. So that becomes 4x to the third because you have 3 x's. 1 here, and then the 2 that are squared. X squared times negative 2y just becomes negative 2x squared y. And then that part, you can't do anything else because they are different terms. So this is the notes section for the polynomials. Make sure you take the notes. And then the 2 new IXLs are V4, and I'm sorry, not V, Z, Z4, and Z10. I believe Z10 is multiplying, which is what we just did, and Z4, if I remember correctly, you're just adding or subtracting like terms. All right, so make sure you take the notes, and I will hopefully see you on Monday. See ya.